Hanukkah, here comes Hanukkah. So much Hanukkah to celebrate Hanukkah. Hanukkah is the festival of lights. Instead of one day of presents, we have 8 crazy nights. When you feel like the only kid in town without a Christmas tree, here's a list of people who are Jewish, just like you and me. David Lee Roth.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Two Man Advantage podcast. It is a fantasy talk weekly, I guess, whatever we want to call this show is. I'm back along with the boys after a week off because of our little schedules conflict. But boys, glad to be back.
Welcome back.
All right.
Ready for Sunday?
That's right.
Yep. Happy pre-Hanukkah.
Yes, happy Hanukkah to DK and all those Jewish people out there.
Do we have any Jewish people that listen?
I don't know,
I
maybe.
think I've sent
Did you? Did she listen? No.
No. All right. So, before we get into our picks, let's talk about those Lions. Lions looked pretty good against those woeful, ugly Philadelphia Eagles.
They did.
Is this like going to be the Lions, or are they just going to run the whole table at the end of the season?
They could run the table and still not make the playoffs because it's the Lion way.
That would be the ultimate Lion way.
I'm just the ultimate pessimist because they just run into like
The
three bad teams.
That's right.
But
Green
you know
Bay
what though?
going down, Philadelphia's cash.
Everybody said though the schedule turned, and if they could have snuck maybe 2 out of those first 6 wins out of the way.
Yeah.
There's a duck in here, I think, or squeaking the chair.
Actually, I heard a great thing. I was listening to a different podcast today. They're talking about betting, and they're like, do you realize that if Detroit would have got that call in Seattle, they'd be right up in the thick of things talking about first place in that division?
Yep, they would be.
Because the NFC North is just
based on the fact
up and
that
down.
the officials have been shit all year. Just shows
Could it be
They just moved the one crew, eh?
Pete Morelli's
crew.
Yeah.
So
moved them where? Down to the NCAA?
I don't even know. Well,
CFL? Did they do the Grey Cup?
I hope they don't. They can't go to the
Division
Big
one.
Ten.
Special shout out to
Division
the
3.
Edmonton Eskimos.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
If you're American, you think, huh? It's our Canadian Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
That
Another shout out today to the Herman Green Griffins.
oh
Yeah,
yes.
they won again.
Domination, eh?
Ofsa
55-3.
That's fine.
You know, like, why do they even need to play football in Windsor? Because they know they're just going to win every year.
You know what though? I'll give you props, DJ. Apparently that makes the Holy Names look pretty damn good.
Why?
Yeah. Because apparently that's like they were. Did you hear about that team that they're supposed to play? It's like over the last 15
They've
years.
won 7 out of the
there's
last
been, like,
whatever.
Like they've had 7. Herman's had 5. It was the battle of the 2 top teams, and Herman apparently went up to Hamilton and beat him 55.
But it's funny because I've never seen them. They've never played each other until this year. I don't understand Ofsa football anyway.
Yeah.
It
You
doesn't
just
make
gotta win
sense.
one game.
They draw a name out of a hat and they go, "That's who you play."
Because
you win your areas.
Right, but you win your area, but all the areas, but you don't. There's no rhyme or reason how you play. Like your Wexa doesn't. You know what I mean? It's like weird.
Well, they ended up playing. Herman played Windsor, and then they went and played. Was it like Sarnia?
Well, yeah, like you're the Sawassa representative, but the Sawassa representative just plays whoever.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, you're in the Capital One Bowl this year. Next year, you're in the
it's equivalent
next week
of the dots.com poinsettia bowl.
next year, you're in the Shoppers Drug Mart Bowl. Like, it's just, the Zares
Can't have
Bowl.
these kids play too much. Get headaches.
That's true.
The first annual HMV.com bowl.
Yeah, HMV.
Oh, I like that.
There you go. All right, so boys, going on to this week, we're coming to if you don't play FanDuel on a weekly basis, if you're in a regular pool, this is like the last week before playoff starts.
Is it really?
It is the last week for me.
My 3-8 is just not.
I don't think you're gonna
I
make
got
it.
an email. Apparently, I need to win. I need to win big and hope everybody else loses. That's what happens when you don't care about your fantasy football team on Yahoo anymore.
Yeah.
Because apparently, I did not start a defense.
Well, you did better than me because I started Philadelphia and got a negative.
So it's pretty much.
And Matthew Stafford was on the bench along with Jarvis Landry. And
you had Devontae Freeman in.
Devontae Freeman and Megatron in.
Nice.
So-
Nice. Well, hopefully that pulls off. But obviously, a lot of big, crucial injuries that happened this past week. Tony Romo is out again, this time indefinitely. He's not coming back. And Gronk suffered a big blow. And
Gronk.
They say what it is yet?
They say it's
Last I heard was it might be a week, maybe 2.
bone bruise or something like that.
So
or
nothing major,
Yeah.
right?
See
nothing
who
major.
they've
It's week to
signed?
week.
Big Joe Foria.
The Pats?
The Pats did. I don't know if it was to the practice squad or I just saw it yesterday.
You know what? Scott Chandler's going to have a big week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right, moving on to that. So, hopefully, you guys have your picks ready. So, let's start with that defense. And, boys, a lot of good defense. Obviously, Carolina has a pretty easy week this week, going up against those woeful Saints. Mm-hmm. The Bears also have another nice,
Bears.
have a nice, pretty easy week going up against those 49ers.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
bad.
So, what are you guys looking at? Are you looking for more of a cheap bargain, or are you going to go pay a little more, hoping that
No.
No, it's all about bargain basement.
That's I don't know. I don't know if you want to call it bargain shopping. I just
I like bargain shopping.
well, I do too.
You can go down to the byway, get
The
yourself
old
a nice.
BW boutique.
I prefer Bargain Heralds.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah. Well, I spent a little bit more.
Oh, you're gonna spend. All right, we'll start with you, TJ. Then who are you looking at for your?
Carolina locked it in.
I like that
Wow.
already, eh?
Yeah.
How much? How much are they setting you
49.
back? Ooh, that's not bad.
No,
That's not bad.
I mean, you want a good defense, you're going to pay.
You gotta spend money to make
Lately,
money, right?
the defense has been sucking the old behind lately. So
Right at the butthole. All right.
The buttocks.
The buttocks. DK, who are you looking for at your defense?
Well, I mean, I'm way below that in price. Actually, both the teams I like this week are
way
as cheap
below.
as you can get, I think. Yeah, they are. No, not as cheap as you can get. Actually, they're pretty more expensive than I thought. But, Darren, I like your call on Chicago. I don't think San Fran can do anything on the road, let alone at home. I think they're just a horrible team right now.
And especially if it's like shitty, like snowy conditions,
Yeah,
I like the Bears even more.
However,
the Bears.
I'm not going to go with the Bears.
Oh. I'm not going with the Bears.
I like your
I just
suggestion,
said
but
I like
I'm not
it,
going
however.
with
But
it.
I'm going with something that seems to have worked for 7 weeks in a row. At one
Philadelphia.
point. No, I'm going with Washington. 'Cause Romo out. Dallas has nothing.
Oh, there's another.
Yeah.
Washington
On Monday
at home,
night. Yeah.
Monday night. I mean, they always play hard, and
Washington.
I think-
Where is Washington?
And they're in
I
first
think
place
Dallas
at 5 and
is going
6.
into this now, and I think Dallas is just like our season's done.
No,
Kind of like Philadelphia. I think they're
Yep.
like, we're done.
Jerry Jones did not put Tony Romo on the IR. He still
He still
thinks he can win
believes.
out.
He thinks.
You know what?
Yeah.
There's,
Matt Castle. Who's the
so you're
backup
saying
now?
I
don't even know. Whedon, Castle.
I think it's
Castle's
Castle.
starting.
I think
Castle's starting,
I think
Whedon's backing
Whedon's
him up.
back up, and whoever they signed to the practice squad.
Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford, maybe.
Nope,
Good
not
old
anymore.
Texas boy. All right, so you're gonna go with
Washington.
You went with Washington.
defense. Oh, I didn't hear that. And how much is Washington setting you back?
Defense.
$4,400 for all you guys out there looking for a cheap defense that's looking to shut down a Tony Romo-less Cowboys.
Like a cheap date.
All right, so from defense over to kickers, a lot of good kickers out there. Obviously, big week last week if you had them.
Funny comment.
A lot of good
A
kickers.
lot of good kickers out there. Just if you had Graham Gano last week, you must have been one happy guy. Yeah, he obviously was one of the top scorers for kickers in the NFL. So TJ, who do you got for your kicker? Who are you looking at?
Connor Barth.
You like the good old Connor Barth?
If it ain't broke,
Yeah.
then don't try to fix it.
Yeah, but how many points did he get for you last week?
I didn't play last week.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I thought you would.
You know what? I totally forgot. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
I didn't. I got crushed. Everyone left.
I didn't play. He showed me his lineups, and I was like,
What a
"Oh my
horrible
god!"
week last week.
I'm glad I didn't because it was dirty.
Dirty.
bad.
All right. So it's going with Connor Barth. Who's he taking on?
Atlanta.
Those dirty birds, huh?
Dirty Birds, but they're in Tampa.
They're in Tampa, so I like Tampa.
And all of a sudden,
there.
Tampa's got life. So
Tampa is going to be one of those interesting teams coming down the stretch. And they have a lot of good, favorable matchups, fantasy-wise, coming down the stretch. All right, so they got that in DK as he scrolls through his iPad, scrolling down the
No, I think I'm
screen,
set.
looking for that cheap kicker. or juice.
Lay back.
With my mind and my money on
Mason Crosby.
Are
Ah.
you going to the game?
No.
Oh, just wondered.
Was
But you
it?
know what? I'm just hoping the Lions D doesn't let him get touchdowns and holds him the field.
Is
There
it
you go.
because is it just because I know you don't like playing someone on Thursday?
I don't really care about that.
No, oh, really? Okay.
But I do like the dome, and I think he's the best kicker in the dome right now.
The damn dome.
However, Gano is too, but I mean,
Gano is
he's a little more expensive.
Gano.
Gano.
Yeah, no. Gano.
All right, so you got your kicker and defense both locked in. Tight ends, no Gronk this week. Scott Chandler, how much is he fetching?
51? 52?
A lot of interesting avenues you can go there. DK, let's start with you. Who are you looking for
I
your
locked it in with Greg Olson.
Greg
That
Olson.
quick.
that quick?
Wow.
Hey man,
Just
New Orleans
loading it up.
They still have a horrible pass defense, and aside from Mr. Devin Funchess, who else is Cam going to throw to? So I'm looking for Greg Olson to get his 60, 70 yards and his touchdown, which is pretty solid for my tight end.
Yep. All right. Well, there you go. Greg Olson's locked in on Team DK. And TJ, who do you have for your
Martellus Bennett.
I love the Chicago Bears, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, it's all about the Bears this week. All right.
Yeah.
How much is he setting you back?
52.
5200. All right.
52 Hundy.
Against those woeful 49ers, which I think it should, hopefully for your sake, I think they're going to have a big blowout win, or at least, both teams are just a gun show, just lighting it up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
All right.
the old shit
The old shit show. All right. Well, moving on to the first of wide receivers. Let's start with you, DK. DK, who are you looking at for your first wide receiver?
Well, I think I don't know what I think. I have a few in mind. I think I'm going to go with that one I was talking to you about earlier. Just because I'm assuming he's kind of
really?
cheap. Just gotta
I
find
never
him.
heard of him, so he's got to be cheap.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm going to scroll way far down. Oh, got him. This is a shot in the dark.
Oh, boy.
This is because I'm going to save money for a few other picks. So
This is a straight budget pick right here.
Straight budget pick. This is cheap. But I'm going to take Devontae Parker from the Miami
Hurricanes. The U?
Give me Devontae Parker as one of my
Devontae Parker.
righties.
How much is that stud
5,200.
costing you? 5,200.
Wow.
5,200.
Saving up, eh?
He's saving up for something big later down the road. There's going to be something big coming from Team
You
DK.
kidding me? This kid's going to have a beast week. You watch.
Top 5
If you can,
performance?
I'll tell you right now, if you can, and you're one of those players out there that's going to make the playoffs, which isn't me, I'm telling you, pick this kid up because he's going to be their number 1 or 2 receiver going in for the weeks forward. Devontae Parker. Check it out. Matthews is injured. Don't know what he's going to be doing.
That's why you're not in fantasy playoffs. Yes. So people don't take his advice because he's not in the playoffs.
He just concerns week to week. He doesn't know the
damn it.
long-term struggles and pain that I go through week after week.
I know.
in
I
my-
hear your struggles and
league.
pain.
Yes, I know, because I always text you my struggles and pain.
And pain. Sunshine.
All right, so you got your first wide receiver there, DK. TJ, your first wide receiver is...
Oh, I don't know if I want to do this or not. I've been looking at him. I didn't scroll, and then I just left him. I scrolled away from him.
Go ahead. Take Calvin.
No. It's not. Okay, first one I'm going to go with Jarvis Landry. That's my first one I'm taking.
Didn't you just hear me about freaking the other guy I just picked? What's his name? Devontae Parker?
Yeah.
I did, but I don't care about that.
He says, I see your Devontae
I see
Parker,
your Devontae Parker,
and I
and I
raise
raise
you.
Jarvis Landry.
Jeez.
All right. And how much is Mr. Landry costing you? there?
$7,400.
Ooh.
They're expensive this week.
Pay a little more, but we'll see what happens. All right, on to wide receiver number 2. TJ, who do you have? Who do you think is going to be worth the big bucks?
Okay. Worth the big bucks here. I'm going to go Golden Tate.
Ooh.
$6,500.
Are you in the playoffs?
No, I need to win. Like I can.
Why the hell would anybody listen to this thing? You and I, neither of us make the playoffs. We both pick shit teams, and we beat each other.
But the thing is,
65 to 63.
But the thing is, you were probably changing your lineups.
Yes,
I didn't. I didn't do anything from apparently.
Well, I was
nine.
like, yeah.
So.
Well, I felt like it's no matter what, it's a necessity. I paid to get in. I don't want to hurt other people. I have to change.
I don't want to hurt your feelings.
And one of the guys
It's
that's
not
in
that.
first.
Hey, like I'm talking like I got to.
One of the guys that's in first place. The computer picked his team. No shit. I would be in first place too if the computer picked the best available left.
Yeah, but when that happens, you end up with like 4 quarterbacks.
No.
Good for you.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
From that lovely pick over to DK.
That was a horse shit pick, by the way. I'm immediately regretting my decision.
No take backs.
No take backs. No.
DK, your second wide receiver, sir.
Second wide receiver.
Yeah.
Mike Evans.
Nice pick.
Mike Evans. All right. How much is he costing you there?
$7,900.
Ooh. All right.
Going against a horrible defense.
Hopefully it pays off right there. Hopefully famous Jameis can find him for a couple targets this week.
What was that? Why do we get a beep?
Oh, that's just a notification.
Disconnect your power again?
No, notification.
Update
All right,
your
TJ,
power.
your third and final wide receiver.
We are going to take a trip
Oh boy.
to Mr. Robinson's neighborhood. That's right. Allen Robinson.
You know what? Is Hearns injured?
Questionable.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play this week.
Yeah, I was gonna say between the two, I think Hearns has more upside than Robinson. That's just me though.
They got two good ones. Concussion, unlikely to play Sunday against Tennessee.
All right.
So
He gave himself a concussion.
did he?
Did you see that?
No.
What's it called? Bortles threw a low pass. He dove for the pass. He
Oh,
caught
and
the
he-
ball, and he jammed his face into the
Ah,
ground.
well, that'll teach you.
Yeah, he did. All right. Over to Team DK in your wide receivers, sir.
Can we check the weather yet for Sunday? Like, is there a way I can find out what the weather's like going to be in places?
The wind factor.
The wind factor? Like, what?
Yeah.
What is this about?
Is there a high
Well,
precipitation?
if you're playing in the north and an outdoor, you don't want to pick a wide receiver.
Yeah, but you're never a fan of the outdoor
Yeah.
stadiums. You're all about the
I know,
dome.
but I'm
I
a
like
fan.
the dome.
Oh, we just pick a guy in the dome.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking that too. But this guy's just been on fire the last 6 weeks. So I'm going to go with him.
All right.
I'll take Doug Baldwin.
Dougie
Russell
Baldwin.
Wilson officially has nobody else to throw to. Jimmy
No.
Graham's out. There.
LaSalle's own
Oh,
Luke
yeah.
Wilson. Luke.
So Russell Wilson has nobody else to throw to.
Luke Wilson, if you're listening to this,
We'd love to have Luke Wilson on this podcast.
There
I
you
think
go.
he'd be
Make that
great.
happen.
I'll do my best.
we gotta make that happen.
Doesn't Jackson work with his brother who dates his sister's cousin or something like that?
I
What?
have no idea.
Yeah.
I know my boss is his like neighbor
No, what's
to
it
his,
called?
his parents.
well, then
his-
you.
Yeah.
His brother works with Jackson.
No,
Really?
I don't think so.
Yes, because I remember, what's her name? Ashley was telling me like she worked with this guy, his brother, and yeah, he got hired. They got hired at the
Oh,
same
did
time
they?
as Ashley
Okay.
or as Jackson.
Oh, maybe Ash. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Ashley. All right. So you're going with Mr. Doug Baldwin. So just to recap your wide receivers there, DK.
Oh, they're crazy.
It's like the best ever.
Parker, Evans, Baldwin.
Oh my
All right,
god.
TJ. How can you top that?
Landry
How
Tate
can
Robinson.
You, Land. I didn't do that. That was
I don't
not
know what
me.
that is.
Just by the way, you guys still have your phone of friends if you are willing to use it. It's available. All right, so from wide receivers to running backs, a lot of good running backs out, and there's a brand new one coming out there because Arizona Chris Johnson is done for the year, and so David Johnson is available out there.
Oh, when Johnson goes out, Johnson and Johnson.
Just replace them.
Johnson and Johnson.
Johnson and
Johnson
Johnson,
and
exactly.
Johnson.
So, team TJ, we'll go with you, and your first wide receiver,
Yes.
as DK
You mean
checks
my
his
running
bat.
back?
I'm sorry, your running back. Sorry,
Christopher Ivory.
Christopher.
No, who are you going with for sure?
Christopher Ivory. It's a home game, even though it's not a home game.
It's a home game for both teams,
It's a
isn't
home
it?
game, yeah.
So who really
You,
has
man.
the advantage
I
there?
don't know. It's so stupid.
All right, so you're going with Ivory. How
I'm
much
going
is he
Ivory.
costing you?
7,100.
Woof. All right. DK, your first wide receiver. Running back. God,
D.
I don't know.
Angelo Williams.
Looked at him. Yep. Pittsburgh. 2 pickets to Pittsburgh, please.
Yes, sir.
Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. So how much is D Wills is costing
He
you?
is 72 bills.
Oof. Hopefully
It's
he's
not
worth
bad,
it.
though.
No.
Yeah. All right. So from one running back to the second running back, TJ, or do you want to use your phone a friend?
No, I don't.
No, you don't. It's like, no, this is too important.
Dougie Martin.
Go ahead. Say it. The
Meat missile.
yes.
Even though it's not even right. It's the meat, isn't it? The hamster, meat hamster, hamster wheel, or I don't know, some stupid.
Wasn't he originally called the Duggernaut?
No.
You're chewing your gum pretty loud over there.
I'm sorry. Is it really distracting?
Sure.
He gave himself a nickname, didn't he?
He
Yeah,
did. Because you're that badass, you can just give yourself.
I'm gonna give myself a nickname.
What would your nickname be?
I don't know. I don't even like who. Just ridiculous. Who thinks of a nickname? I'm gonna give my like. Who wakes up in the morning and says, "I want to give myself a
Downtown
nickname."
TJ Brown.
That's right.
There you go.
There we go.
I want to have a nickname.
Oh God.
Do you?
Sure.
All right, DK. I see you're getting all ready. I think you're gonna use your phone a friend.
Yes.
Is that correct? All right.
Good evening.
All right. You are up, and we are ready.
6.
Uh-oh.
Not available.
No.
Not available.
Must be out
Anybody
of
else?
town, or
Who
the
else?
phone is.
Do you have any other phone of friends? You guys have anybody else you like? Let's see.
Oh. I don't know if this is breaking news, but according to Twitter, Mark Richt going to University of the U, going to Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Who?
Mark Richt,
Who's he?
the one from Georgia. He got fired. Mark Richt,
Oh.
Going to where?
the U.
The other guy's supposed to go to the guy's supposed to go from Memphis to Virginia Tech, right?
Yeah, that's what
Alright.
it's saying.
All right, what are we on? Is it my pick?
It's your pick, unless you have someone that you want to phone a friend with.
No phone of friends this week.
Boring.
Boring podcast week. What are you gonna do? I tried to text a few people and they're sleeping. All right, next running back. Well, okay. No.
No.
No. Wow. Darrin, who do you like this week?
You got to give me options here.
No, I don't want you to pick for me.
What?
I'm just thinking who you like.
Who do you
this
like?
week.
But you
Who do I
can't
like
pick.
this? But
You
no.
want to do it? You want to be my phone a friend, Darrin?
Yeah, let me
Okay.
be your phone
All right,
friend.
I'm
this
going to
week.
give you a couple.
Okay.
I'm going to give you like 3 options.
Oh
I'm
wow!
really, really
I
up
feel
in the air.
special.
All right, you ready for a few names?
Oh, yes.
That's perfect. Okay,
Oh yes.
I'm going to give you. I know if I give you a girl, you're going to be like, oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm very angry with Todd Gurley right now.
Very angry.
Yeah. If everything goes according to plan, I'm not starting him this week.
Wow.
That's how I'm upset. I'm so upset with him.
You want me to say David Johnson is one of them because you were like you just told me
I'm all about David Johnson
you
this week.
are.
I'm all about David
You don't
Johnson
think
this
St.
week.
Louis can stop the run?
No. Have you seen them play?
So Detroit's got a chance.
Detroit's guys. So you're saying there's a chance?
So
yeah.
you're saying
there's
there's
a
a
big
chance.
chance. Oh, if they play Detroit when St. Louis plays Detroit, I'm starting Todd Gurley that game because I think he's going to have at least go for 100 yards
Lions defense has been very good last few
at home.
weeks.
At home, and I think they're playing them
Hi.
at home.
How many points did Green Bay score? In Green Bay?
Okay, but that's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. Oh, it's Aaron Rodgers.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
it's just Aaron Rodgers.
He'll be fine. He's going to throw for 3 touchdowns and
Okay.
tomorrow.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a
Who's
shoot.
throwing for 3 touchdowns?
Aaron Rodgers is going to throw for
No.
3 touchdowns tomorrow.
No. Wow. Ziggy. He's going to meet the man named Ziggy.
No.
Yeah. Ziggy Ansah.
All right. So good. So what are these 3 options?
Okay,
Are you
come
still
on.
thinking?
Here we
Oh,
go.
3.
One of them.
All
I'll
right.
give you one. One of
Okay.
them's Jonathan Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is Buck Allen.
Buck Allen, just because it's Buck Allen.
And the third one that I like is where the hell did he go?
I think it's just Buck Allen.
Just because of that?
Yeah.
The only way I'm picking it though with this phone friend Darrin is you have to have a reason behind it.
Okay.
And then fuck, there's so many. Ooh, pardon that language. I don't know.
Oh my God! Just Buck Allen or
Just
Buck?
do it. Just do it, man.
Buck Allen or Buck Allen?
No, the other one was LaShawn McCoy.
Sean McCoy. Who's McCoy playing this week?
Houston.
Solid
defense.
Houston. Yeah,
But it's in Buffalo.
and they've been coming around. Houston
In
defense
Buffalo.
been pretty good
But
lately.
LaShawn McCoy's been ridiculous. There's a lot of running backs I like, but it's like you look at their costs and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm gonna have so much money left over.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? Like I like that Spencer Ware kid this week against Oakland. I like Brandon Bolden this week against Philadelphia.
I know. You were telling me earlier before we sat down and did this that you're all about the Bolden
I think he's going to be their next big running back
over Blunt.
over Blunt.
Oh, because of his more flexibility to catch a pass out of the backfield.
Yep. I think he runs the ball with power, and I think he's got nice hands, and they just like to change it up.
How? I don't understand how.
But it's
Leonard just constantly finds these guys.
I refuse to take anybody from New England because every week it's
Someone gets
different.
hurt.
Somebody different.
Yeah.
Not only but it's just
Somebody else
different.
steps up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so repeat those three names to me.
Buck Allen.
Buck Allen,
Jonathan Stewart,
Stewart,
LaShawn McCoy.
Sean McCoy.
Buck Allen.
I'll really go with Buck Allen.
Buck Allen.
You know, they have no one else. They have that Aiken, right? The wide receiver, Kamar Aiken, and that's it. And they have Buck Allen.
Crockett Gilmore.
And you
Crockett
saw
Gilmore.
him against the Browns.
Matt Shaw.
Great finish.
Hold on,
Great
hold on,
finish.
hold on.
Horrible game.
I did not see them against the Browns because I did not watch that
that
Monday
was
night
a
game.
good game.
I woke up and I'm like, why the hell
The Browns
is Good
could
Morning
only-
America running a thing about the football game last night?
You know what?
Browns can only lose that game in that way possible.
You know
That
what?
is
It's
so
not
Lions.
but it's not even Lions. The Lions aren't even that bad.
Oh,
Not
come
only
on.
No. It's not like all the things that happened in that game.
Yeah.
The kicker is going to set the NFL rookie record for most kicks made, consecutive kicks made.
Yeah.
He tied the record. His next kick was going to break it.
Right.
So he not only missed it because he gets blocked.
Who's this? This is the kid for
The kid
Cleveland?
for Coons.
Yeah.
For
Cleveland.
He's
Cleveland.
a rookie, yeah.
He gets it blocked. They pick it up and he runs it back for a touchdown. Like it's not even. It's one thing to get a block and you just land on it. And it's
yeah.
overtime.
I did see like I was watching a few episodes of Oak Island. Great show. Love that show.
Yeah.
And in between running it on my thing, I'm like put on the game, and I did see a few pictures of I don't know. He must have been looking at porn or something. But Manziel had like an iPad in him. He was just sitting there with a jacket on. And then like I watched
Watching his
another
highlights
episode.
from Texas A&M.
I watched another episode, and then I come back, and he's still there, and it's like sitting next to him is nobody, and they're like Austin Davis is in, and I'm
Yeah.
like, Manziel's got to be
yeah.
like,
Well, now he's going to be the starter.
Yep. And
well, McCount's hurt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they signed Terrell Pryor.
Terrell Pryor. If you're Johnny Manziel and you saw Terrell Pryor off the practice, like just off the street,
If Terrell
Like,
Pryor is higher than
the only
you
thing that
in the
would have made
depth
it,
chart,
no,
that's
the
pretty
only thing that would
bad.
have made it worse if Jamarcus Russell
Oh.
come waltzing in and he started over Manziel.
Yeah.
The party pack from Popeyes going, here you go, Johnny, hold this for me.
Hold us, I gotta throw some bombs.
I got to put on my helmet. I need an offensive lineman helmet.
Yeah.
So my head is so
I'm
big.
in shape.
Yeah. Round is a shape.
It is.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, but Buck Allen, I'd say that's the best play.
Buck Allen.
That's it.
Really, hey, against
Yeah.
that Miami D?
Mm-hmm.
Falling apart Miami D?
Fallen Sue, a little boy named Sue over there is not really
All right, he's
making his
in.
mark. All right, so we'll find out
locked
what
and
happened.
loaded.
So you guys are all set on running backs, I do believe. Now moving on to, the most important position, quarterbacks. I know it is. I know it's a very important position for me this week. Who is your quarterback this week? A lot of good choices out there. Do you go with the big money Scam Newton, or do you want to go a little bit cheaper?
Scam Newton.
Scam Newton, or the Dab Newton. Dab. He does the dab thing.
Yeah.
The dab. Whatever the kids are doing these days, the dab.
How much money you got?
8,600.
I'm just gonna make a quick prediction. One of these guys are gonna pick Carson Palmer. It always seems to happen every week. Someone picks
I picked Carson
Palmer.
Palmer last week in about 4 of my FanDuel pools because I'm like,
playing San Francisco.
not only was he playing San Francisco, but it was his first week where all of his wide receivers were back.
Mm-hmm.
And he was absolutely horrible. So I'm not picking him this week, but he's going to throw all over St. Louis.
All
You want me to go?
Go ahead.
There's only one quarterback, I'll tell you, because every week I've been taking people against New Orleans. So give me Cam Newton.
There you go.
That's why I'm like, all right, I guess if he takes Jonathan Stewart, then I'll have Stewart, Olsen, and Cam Newton.
Yeah.
I'll rack up points. But I'm like,
You got to spread it out a little bit.
how could you not
What about Devin
take this guy?
Funchess?
I like that kid. I picked him up in my.
I know. I saw you would have picked him too.
But I'm like,
remember back that I got made fun of because I picked Julio Jones, Matt Ryan, had
Yep.
the kicker.
Well, I just picked your favorite. Cam
Earlier
Newton.
in the season, you were all about the Dirty Birds.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
couldn't have enough of them.
Come on.
You're like Roddy White.
Pick Matty Ice this week.
You're as cold as ice.
Oh, he was cold as ice.
He's cold as ice. All
I
right.
just looked back at this and I got a crap load of money left.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay, hold on.
Yep.
8,100,
Yeah.
8,600.
8,600.
So what?
Might
I'm gonna pick your quarterback.
have given my hand.
Oh.
Might have tipped my hand a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're going with Dalton or Carson Palmer? I mean,
No.
you might have tipped your hand. You're gonna have a crap load of money. You're going with Stafford.
Stafford!
Oh.
It's locked. I tipped.
boy.
I'm feeling the love. You know what? I got home.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but TJ just announced his quarterback, and my daughter's screaming and crying in the basement.
You know what?
She's predicting
Uncle
this.
TJ.
I came home. I opened
Why
up.
would you do
You
that?
know what? I came home. I opened up my fridge, and in the fridge was a big ice cold jug of blue Kool-Aid. Honolulu blue Kool-Aid was in that fridge.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
Wow.
my
You think,
gosh.
honest opinion, no jokes aside, do you think he has an even chance of competing with Aaron Rodgers
Yeah.
this week?
I do.
I think
Because he's
the
only won
secondary-
4 games in
Doesn't matter.
December
The
in his entire career.
You know what though? I don't. That's
He was
yeah,
terrible
whatever.
in December.
The secondary is in complete shambles in Green Bay.
So is the Lions.
But okay, but they're not throwing against each other, so that doesn't matter. Like they're not throwing footballs at each other and like bouncing. Whoever hits the football, they win.
It's like that old
It's the
Gretzky
defense. I don't
Mets
care.
and Dean commercial.
Yeah,
Off the puck.
Off the puck. I don't care. It could be 73-72 for all I care. But I'm telling you right now, I that offensive coordinator change.
Jim Bob.
He's running now.
He's running now.
Would you officially consider this Green Bay's worst season in like the last
24
I don't know,
years?
How many years
Against the
Yes.
Lions?
If they lose 2 to the Lions,
To the
and
Lions.
to the
It'll be
Bears
the first
at
time
home.
it happened since
Yeah.
91.
So if they lose 2 to the Lions, but then they also lose to the Bears at home, do you think Green Bay is like, we need to make a change? Those are 3
I don't
huge
know.
games for them.
I
to
don't know
lose.
if they depending what happens with the division.
I'm not talking
But,
like a
but
crazy-
losing back-to-back divisional games, yeah, that's going to hurt them.
But their defense is crap. Like they had that run at the beginning of the year, right? Like how many
Yeah.
teams so far this year have won 5 or
Their
6 and
secondary-
then have lost like 4 in a row?
Their secondary's in complete shambles though. Like they got third or fourth
Shambles, eh?
stringers. Yeah,
Shambles.
shambles.
In shambles.
But I honestly think that the change in the offensive playbook.
I see that, and also because they were talking about it on the radio that he's calling the coverage or the protection at the line, which is good. Which he's
I think it just comes down to the
hey,
play
see that guy
change.
blocked that guy.
I think it's just come down to the play change, and he's Jim Bob smartened up and said, "We got to throw the ball to Calvin more. I don't care
That's
what you
it.
do, just throw it to Calvin."
yeah.
Seems to be working.
And
And
you know
Gold
what?
Tate's been
They've also decided, like, well, you know what, Joique Bell is shit, so maybe we'll try somebody else.
Theo
Theo
Riddick.
Riddick's
Theo
coming
Riddick.
around.
Amir Abdullah's starting
Yeah.
to turn the corner. He's holding on to the ball, which
But
is good to see.
But is it coincidence that after they fire the offensive coordinator, all this happens, or like you know what I mean? I think a lot of it has to do with
well,
that.
his first week, obviously, it was a short week going over to London, and they just got lit up.
I think
'cause-
I think it also comes down to the fact that I think Caldwell and them are actually starting to realize, like, and even the players, okay, maybe we're all going to lose our jobs.
exactly.
Maybe.
So might as well this is good team
You
to
can
audition
go-
for other teams. if
You
you're
can
gonna
go one
lose.
of two ways, right?
Yeah.
You can either fold it like Philly, or you can at least make it interesting,
Yeah.
right?
All right. I like that. So you're going with Stafford. How much does Stafford cost? in this?
75.
Oof. All right.
I got a grand left.
So
I got 1,900.
We got some doozy lineups.
you got some doozies of a lineup. I was telling DK earlier, I got a big week. This is the final week in my regular season lineup.
Matt Stafford.
I was going to say my quarterback carousel. There's Matt Stafford, Phillip Rivers, obviously is DK's homeboy, and also
Not this week.
And I got famous Jameis Winston on my bench. So do I go with Stafford or do I consider changing?
What are your options that you can pick up?
Whoever's Derek Carr is available, Kirk Cousins, pretty much whatever.
I am starting Kirk Cousins this week over Phillip Rivers.
Really.
I think so.
I think Phillip Rivers is.
He doesn't have anybody to throw to right now.
He doesn't have any time,
No.
man. Like he gets drops back, and they're like waiting for
And
him.
Kirk Cousins is due for another 80-yard bomb to Deshaun
You
Jackson.
like that? You like that?
Alright.
I do like that. All right. Well, hopefully,
I already told you.
I
I
know.
like Stafford tomorrow.
you know what? I just like I think
What
because
is
that
going on this week? I'm actually saying I like Stafford.
I
TJ
know.
picked him, and you're the one on the other side going,
I don't know
matter, guys?
because I've seen this show before, and like he puts out monster numbers one game, and then he throws a touchdown and 4 interceptions the next game.
yeah.
Just because, like, I know he's playing at home and they're playing desperate because
I'm not saying he's good, and I'm not saying he's not going to throw 3 or 4 interceptions. But I'm also saying, like TJ said, their defense is horrible, and he's going to throw 4 or 5 touchdowns, I think.
You think he's gonna have back-to-back 5 touchdown weeks?
I'm not saying 5.
Not
but I
5,
mean, he's
but-
playing a defense that's pretty bad.
Well, we'll see.
They're letting up points.
I just
Last 3 weeks,
look
even in Green Bay, for a team to go into Green Bay
yeah,
and get 3 touchdowns.
right.
Yeah, but Chicago did it too, so it's not like it's that difficult this year.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying, like, they are playing better, and I think it's going to be a shootout tomorrow.
I think it'll be a shootout.
I hope it's a shootout.
I still think.
And Clinton Dix is not going to cover Calvin.
haha.
No.
And I think that's the only guy left that's a starter.
So unless
All right.
unless Green Bay's short week, right? Well, not really short week. They're both coming.
They
off
both
last
played off
Thursday
Thursday
game.
nights, so they both.
Yeah, so they both got the same time.
Yeah, week off,
frame.
yeah.
They'll be all right.
Yep.
All right. So from there, just recap your lineups, boys. TJ.
Stafford, Ivory, Martin, Landry, Tate, Robinson, Bennett, Connor Barth, and Carolina's D.
DK.
Newton, Williams, Buck,
Just
Buck.
Buck.
Evans, Baldwin,
This Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck.
Bless you.
God bless you.
Olsen, Crosby, and the Washington.
All right. So those are the lineups that the guys set. Moving on, obviously a big game that happened last week at the Big House, and TJ was there. If you want to regale us with some of your tales from the Big House during that colossal blow up between Ohio State and Michigan.
Atmosphere was electric. My first game since 2000. But the atmosphere to start the game, walking in and just
Did
random
you get
people.
chills up
Well,
and down
yeah,
your
I got
spine?
chills, but it was just the idea of walking down and people in Buckeyes and people just looking at him and saying, "Hey, f you!" Like,
Are
it
you
doesn't-
lost?
It doesn't matter, eh? Like, you sleeping with your mother, like just crazy things. But you know what? The game started off, it was back and forth a little bit, and then it just became Tecmo Bowl. It became left, right, center, and you can't stop it. And
Became
it
Bo Jackson's football.
and I just kept saying to myself repeatedly, why did he only touch the ball twice against Michigan State in the second half? I don't understand it. I honestly don't understand what Ohio State was doing when he didn't touch the ball. He touched the ball. I don't know if it's a defensive thing, but Michigan never adjusted because everybody's yelling spy, keep a spy on the guy. He didn't. And he just, I don't get it, but I had a little. I was talking to a friend of mine who she's an avid Spartan fan, and she likes to rib
Smart girl.
me. And her kids went to state and whatever. Yeah. So I basically sent her a Facebook message and I said, after being there, you guys, you State fans, I can handle you guys. Ohio State fans are just absolutely the worst fans in college football. No doubt about it.
There you go.
Just can't even describe them. So the best part is you're walking out and people are still chanting, still no playoffs to them. And then they get all mad, right? Then they ask them to spell. Every time they spelled Ohio, everybody clapped because they can spell a 4-letter word. At one point, probably the funniest thing I did hear, though, was at one point, what's his name? JT Barrett was running down the sideline and then ran out of bounds, and then Urban Meyer called a timeout, and some guy behind me yelled out, "Well, that's because there's a DUI checkpoint there, and he can't pass that." And the whole crowd started laughing. But, I mean, it was a great experience.
Nice.
And, I mean, it was too bad that the game sucked as bad. But hey,
like, with like you as a Michigan fan and seeing them against Ohio State, which is, obviously their game is well advanced, like, where do you put the measuring stick of Michigan's program in the first year of Harbaugh against Ohio State?
well, I mean, they were 5-7 with the same team the year before.
Right.
Same team. The only exception is you have Rudock as a coach or as your quarterback. So a fifth-year transfer, right? Basically, that whole entire team was Brady Hoke's team. And now it's going to be interesting because if these recruits come in, I mean, losing Durkin now, that's going to be huge. But you get all these recruits coming in. You get Rashawn Gary, that Jordan Elliott just committed. Yeah, the Kareem Walker kid, he committed from OSU. He might be coming. So, I mean, it could be interesting in the next couple of years at par. But, I mean, if you were to tell me this time last year that come this game, this Ohio State-Michigan game, Michigan had a chance to win the Big Ten West or East, I would say you're on crack. I mean, it was great, but it was a great year.
Yep. All right.
New Year's Day Bowl.
Hey.
It's either going to be the Citrus or the Capital or the Outback.
The Outback Bowl, yes.
Probably LSU, Les Miles. Or Florida. It's going to be probably LSU or Florida.
Well, there you go. Obviously, like you said, now Michigan State handily destroyed Penn State. Wasn't even close at all. So now the big game, obviously, Iowa.
Oh, it's State.
Michigan State, really?
Iowa was a farce. Iowa's played nobody.
Yeah.
Iowa, you look at their schedule, they played absolutely nobody. They walked through that disgrace of a Big Ten West, and the only team that gave them a run was Nebraska.
Yeah.
They won by 8.
Yep.
It's a farce. They should be embarrassed that they have to pick a winner out of that side to come over.
So do you think realistically, let's say Michigan State beats Iowa, goes into the playoff, now do they have even a remote chance of making it to the national title game?
Yes. Michigan State.
So let's say if everything, so Alabama wins everything. So I got Alabama number 1.
No. I got Clemson 1.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Bama 2.
Clemson's got a tough game this weekend.
Actually, no. Let me check that. Oklahoma's number 1.
No.
Have you watched Oklahoma play?
Yeah.
Oklahoma by far is the best team in the country,
especially
right now.
since they got screwed out last
I don't
year.
know, man. I still
the Big 12, the Big 12 getting the shaft.
Yeah.
That what's his name there? Barkley Miller or whatever his name is there. He's unreal, and that defense is amazing. I think they're number 1, but they won't be.
No,
they won't be.
No.
But it'll be 1. So Clemson will be 1. Bama will be 2.
You think Clemson gets by North Carolina this week?
I think so.
North Carolina, number 10. They're moving on up. They're playing great football.
I know, but I don't know.
Well, you laugh like it's like a.
No, I know.
Who is this? They're playing basketball here?
I don't know.
North Carolina and football? Come on.
I
Same
think
as what Bama plays Florida.
Bama plays Florida.
Come on.
So the winner of the Big Ten championship is the 4th seed.
So here's.
I thought they were going to make it into 3.
Here's the worst.
They might make it to a 3rd seed.
Here's the worst thing about that. If one of those 3 teams lose, first, second, or third, then do you think 2 Big Ten teams make it in? Because 4, 5, and 6 are Big Ten. Do you think they put 2 Big Ten teams in the top?
Which goes
4?
back to, remember our conversation a couple of weeks ago about
2 weeks ago.
Is the Big Ten really that good?
I don't think so. But
4, 5,
they're
and
ranked
6.
4, 5,
But
and
like,
6.
wouldn't that be the ultimate test? Have 2 from Big Ten and 2 from.
But here's the thing.
SEC.
Here's the thing.
You won't have 2 from the SEC.
But how can you reward a team? How can you reward a team like OSU?
One from the ACC, right?
You would have like
the ACC,
SEC, Big 12, and then Big 10 are the 4 right now.
Yeah.
Because
I think that would.
Hey,
I think
TJ,
that would
I'll
work.
still argue that point that the Big 10 is not as a whole is not comparable to the SEC. As a whole, they're not comparable.
I don't know.
You're taking 3 teams, one of them who is probably get blown out by anybody because they'll probably get blown out by
Iowa?
Iowa.
Yeah.
So you're down to the 2 teams in the Big Ten.
Right.
You were just talking about Michigan. Michigan lost their 3 toughest games this year. There are only 3 games that really were tough. They lost. Michigan lost to Utah.
Right.
They lost to Michigan State.
Right.
They lost to Ohio State.
Okay.
Tell me another. Like, okay, they probably had maybe one other good
but look
win.
who they lost to. They lost to.
I told you who they just lost
the
to.
5th ranked team and the 6th ranked team.
No,
in the
but that's
nation.
what I'm saying. Like, so what makes Michigan like? Okay, they had a successful season because they were 9-3.
Yeah.
Okay, good for them record wise. They didn't beat anybody. So if you're going to put them as the 3rd or the 4th best team in the Big Ten, look at the SEC, who they're 3rd and 4th.
Go back and look at the week before the last week in the SEC, and look what the SEC teams did against the Citadel, whatever. Like,
Yeah, but the SEC is also a conference where once they lose one game, they collapse because they know there's nothing they can do.
well, that's
One or two lost teams in the SEC is done.
well, no, Bama's got a 1-loss team,
One loss, okay.
right? And they lost. If they lost one more game, they were
But
done.
I'm talking like you can bring up Auburn, and Auburn would beat majority of teams in the Big Ten.
I don't think
Florida right now would probably beat Georgia. These are teams that would probably come up and beat majority of teams
They
in the Big
might.
Ten.
They might, but it tells you something.
We're going to
when-
argue about this every week?
Yes, because it tells you
All the
something,
way to the bitter end.
It tells you something when 4, 5, and 6 in the playoffs, if they were that good.
Okay, but
how many other one-loss
But it also
teams?
tells you rankings. It also tells you that, okay, you have the 4, 5, and 6 teams that went so long because they played a whole bunch of other crap teams and have 1 loss.
Okay, pull up the top 25.
All right.
Pull up the top 25.
Okay. So I got
Bama's 2. Who's the next?
Clemson
Oklahoma's 3.
No. Just SEC teams in the top 25.
you have to give me a minute here.
Bama's 2.
All right, this is the AP top 25.
AP 20,
right here.
whatever.
Here we go.
Doesn't matter.
All right, Clemson is 1.
Yeah.
Alabama 2, Oklahoma 3,
Yeah.
Iowa 4,
Big
Michigan
10.
State 5,
Big 10.
Ohio State,
Big 10.
Stanford,
Pac-12.
North Carolina,
ACC.
Notre Dame,
Independent.
Florida State,
ACC.
TCU,
Big 12.
Baylor,
Big 12.
Northwestern,
Big 10.
Oklahoma State,
Big 12.
Oregon,
Pac-12.
Ole Miss,
SEC.
Houston,
Conference USA, I think.
Florida,
SEC.
Michigan,
Big 10.
Temple,
American East or something stupid.
Utah,
Pac-12.
Navy.
Independent.
Okay, hold on. I understand. I understand what you did. You just ran off a bunch of teams. Okay, you ran off their conferences. That's great. But this is what I'm saying. There's not going to be a lot of SEC teams in there because they play each other. Because you have the best conference with the best players, with the best
Right.
teams. So they're going to have 2-3 losses.
Look at. Okay, then how do you explain Michigan, Ohio State, Michigan State, and Northwestern all being in the same? Oh no,
Because
yeah.
basically what these guys do is they sit there and they go, Michigan goes, all right, they go on and they lose their first game to a tough team. So what do? They win 2 in a row, they get to 24. Then they win that, and then they keep moving up. They beat a whole bunch of shit teams, and then what do? They lose to Michigan State, boom, they drop right away. And then they got a few weeks to move back up, and then boom. SEC plays good team, and then they go on a loss streak. That's what LSU did. LSU, all of a sudden, they were tearing it up, and then they lose to Bama. And then they get their ass kicked again because they're playing like Ole Miss, and then they're playing Mississippi State, and then they're going and playing Georgia. Like, this is what they do every week. That is a reason why the SEC usually wins the national championship. Because they go through a shitload all year. And so, yeah, you're going to sit there and you're going to say, because you know what? You got the 3 teams from the Big 12, like the 3 powerhouses from the Big 10 that dominate everybody. So there should be 3 that with 1 losses in the Big 10, and they should just lose to each other.
Okay, so
which is what they do.
But here we go. SEC East, Florida 7-1, Tennessee 5-3, Georgia 5-3. Then guess who your 4th place team is in the SEC East? Tell me how this is even comparable. Vanderbilt at 2-6.
Okay.
The 4th place team in the SEC East. Okay.
But they've lost. You're right. Okay, look, I'm not going to win this argument, but I'm saying they beat each other every week.
Getting so
Well, so does the
angry.
Big 12,
It's
though.
very intense
The
here.
Big 12, the Big 10 beats each other every
But
week,
what I'm
too.
saying is,
This is
you
like
have
Millennium
3
Foster
good
right
teams in
here.
the Big Ten, and then they go and then they just beat everybody and lose to each other. The SEC has got more than 3 good teams, and they beat the shit out of each other every week. So if you can get through that whole conference, you should be able to make 2 or 3.
Big 10, 11-1, 11-1, 9-3, 7-5, 6-6.
But doesn't it tell you something when it's 11-1, 11-1, 11-1, and those 1 losses they've lost to each other? It means the other
sign of a good conference.
It means what?
It's a sign of a good conference.
But it's not when they're only losing to 3 good teams and then they're beating the other 10 teams. How is that a good conference?
You don't play the whole conference. 12-0, 10-2, 9-3. And then the next one's 5-7. I don't know. I'm just saying there's 7 teams in the Big
DK
Ten.
is stressing out over here.
There's 7 teams in the Big Ten. That's all
Right.
I'm saying. That have a 9 wins or more. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Why do they have 9 wins or more? Because those 9 wins they beat shit teams.
You play 8 conference games.
You play 8 conference
Right.
games, right? And then you play 4 non-conference games.
Okay, strength of we could argue this all day because then you could look at the strength of schedule.
This might be our first 2-hour podcast here.
I don't know. That's my Big Ten bias.
All right. Okay. Well, you agree to disagree.
We'll look at the Bulls and see what happens.
There
when
you
the SEC
go. We'll
plays the
see.
Big Ten.
We'll have an over/under. Who wins more
Oh,
bowls?
okay, if SEC plays the Big Ten, we'll see.
Well, they do. They play them all the time.
They should.
Capital One. They play the Capital One. They play the Citrus.
How do you know all this? How do you know what conferences play? What do you do?
What do you do?
Jesus.
He's a well-informed fan right here.
Well, look at me. I rambled off the top 25
You did.
conferences they were in.
You did. That was
hard.
impressive.
I could have done that.
Except Temple. I don't know. The
Temple
American.
or Houston? I don't know.
Houston and Temple, I think, are in the same. They're American. The American
They're
East.
in the American League.
They're in the American League.
All right. Well,
Conference USA.
that's it.
Didn't it change to the American, though?
Did it?
I don't know. If
I
there
don't
might be a
know.
Conference USA. I don't know.
I know the MAC championship plays in the Little Caesar
Ooh,
Bowl,
the
right?
MAC.
No, that's even changed now, I think.
No,
Or the
it's-
MAC
Bowl?
no, it's called the Little Caesars Bowl
Yeah, they played it.
But is it?
at Ford Field. Yeah.
Are you talking the one like the MAC championship? Or
MAC
the,
championship.
Oh, the MAC championship.
No, the MAC
right?
championship is just coming up, but then the MAC team comes and plays.
But I
in,
think, but I thought it was an at-large. It could be 2 at-large teams. I think they got
possible.
rid of that whole idea because they tried to.
Wasn't Michigan close to playing in?
They were last year, or the year before.
Oh man!
Last year.
but last year it was like I think it was like somebody in
It's
Central
usually
Michigan
a MAC.
played.
Yeah, it's usually a MAC because they want to keep the close to home.
Yeah.
But they were saying that this is almost like they wanted this as a dress rehearsal for the national championship. They wanted the 2020 national championship, and because it's the same weekend as the auto show starts or around the auto show, there's no hotels available. So Detroit lost out on the national championship, which
Well.
kind of sucks.
Yeah, but the auto show, you gotta
Sponsored by Little Caesars.
pizza.
Pizza.
All right, boys. Well, thanks again for filling us in on a great podcast and your expert, unbiased opinions about the whole.
I don't think I'm biased against anybody. I don't give.
Big
I hate the
Ten
SEC.
conference.
I hate him,
I
too.
think it's ridiculous how they run their conference, but I just don't think that there's another conference that's comparable. Maybe the Big 12.
All right. Well, until next week, we'll check you then.
SEC, see you later.
Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but today seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no small. And mama cooked the breakfast with